Hi everybody, it's me again, Charles Norman, AthleticSOS.com. The company's name is Sports Solution LLC, and today you can see I don't have my Athletic SOS shirt on today, but the reason is I'm about to help train a young lady. Her older sister played with my daughter years ago, and now she's a senior. She's going into her senior year of high school, playing basketball, and her dad called me a couple of weeks ago, and I think this is an important one because he's kind of in a little bit of a trouble. So he and I talked about this a couple of years ago, and I saw him on the way here that this is going to happen. And what ends up happening is his daughter was kind of a tall girl, had some strength about her, and she got put down at a forward type position. But that family is not that tall. They have some tall people, but he's not that tall. His wife's not that tall, but in her family, there's a few tall people, and in his family, there's a few tall people. And since she grew early, he assumed that she was going to pick up that height, but it looks like she kind of stalled out. And so over the summer, she did okay, but you could see the other girls have matured, right? They're taller, bigger, faster, stronger than her, and where she needed to be was not at the forward. She needed to be at a guard position. And so, and as you know, and it went okay. So she had a few letters coming in. She's not a high D1 kid. She could probably play low D1, D2 for sure, D3. I mean, she's got some options there. And they are using the software, but here's why he panicked. And I could have seen this coming a few years ago. The high school coach, now she's been playing and she started last year, and she played pretty well, right? So last year they also had a freshman come in that is just going to be phenomenal. And this freshman needs that spot, the spot that she had. So the high school coach calls and says, hey, we're thinking we're going to start the sophomore this year, and we're going to ask your daughter to come off the bench, and she'll give us a spark. Now, for a kid that wants to play at the collegiate level, hearing that you're not going to start on your high school team is it's just devastating. And so his daughter is just taking this terribly. It's a good thing the high school coach didn't call until after the summer season was over, at the very least, because I just think her confidence just went down the tubes, right? So the dad doesn't know what to do. So he's going to have a meeting with the high school coach on Monday, try to get a better feel for exactly what's going on before him and his daughter, and then he wants to have another meeting with his daughter and the coach to see what's going to do. But his wife wanted to go to the athletic director, and you know, they get to talking to the other parents on the team, and of course she's highly supported by her teammates because she's been there a long time, and the assistant coaches are a little, you know, ticked off at the head coach because, you know, you want to show loyalty and this kid's worked so hard, and she started the previous year. What do you do? How do you get out of this? So I try not to give too much advice in the sense of telling you what to do. All I can do is tell you what I would do in this situation. And to me, this is the same thing in life in general. Does she deserve to start again? Probably so. Does she deserve to, has she done anything not to start next year? No, she hasn't done anything. But that's the way life goes. There's always going to be a situation where the person, if you put yourself in a position where somebody else gets to make the decision about your life, they're going to make the decision that's going to be long-term for them, right? That's going to be the best long-term from them. And if I'm that high school coach, I've got this stud that's a sophomore, and I don't know anything about the coach's reasons for this. I could probably go ask myself. They use our software also. But my guess is that parent of that sophomore from last year sees that his daughter needs to start. He's getting ready for her to go to college, and she's going. And so he could be looking at other schools. And so I think the high school coach in this instance is trying to make sure that he keeps that girl in the fold, because there's some other schools around that are a higher caliber than this school and would easily steal her. So I don't know if that's what's going on here. It doesn't even matter to me. So here's the thing. You don't want to put yourself in a position where somebody else can make a decision based on their needs. In fact, what you want them to do is say, listen, I don't care what we have to do. We need to get this kid on the floor, meaning my friend's daughter. That's the position they should be in right now. And how do you do that? And so I go back to this, and if you watch some other videos I've done, this is my way of getting there. You have to be known for something. You can't be a jack of all trades. You can't just be a good player. You've got to be a specialist in at least one area. And the best way to be a specialist is to do whatever is key for that sport. And in this case, it's basketball. And for her, if she's going to go from forward to a guard, it's going to be tough in just a few weeks. I mean, she's okay. She can handle the ball, but she's not used to being in an open space. So she's not going to come in and become a point guard all of a sudden. So to me, her fix is to become a shooting guard. And I think she can do that. She's actually a pretty good shooter. Everything's a little bit slower from that forward position, and you're limited in the areas that you get to work from, and it's different than working from out front. But I think she can do that. And so that's what we're going to start working on. And she has a little bit of time. It's the beginning of the school year, but they won't really get serious for a little while. And she can stroke the ball. She can shoot the ball. So she'll be okay. So that's what we're going to work on now. But it doesn't matter what sport you're playing. You have to be known for something. You have to have something that makes those coaches go, hey, I don't care what else we do. It could be leadership. It could be that you are safe, that you figured out you don't make mistakes. I won't say safe. Safe is terrible. But you don't make mistakes. You're not going to cost us the game. And my daughter had this, she really had this in spades. When she was on the floor, everything calmed down. And for whatever reason, now she was a point guard, but there are other point guards out there and things still seem chaotic. But if you're a coach, nothing's better than if you have a certain person on the floor. Everybody seems to get into the right position and things just seem smooth and calm, and we just work through it. It's not always successful, but it just feels like the stuff that we just worked on for all these weeks is happening and in the order it's supposed to happen. And so that's another thing you can have on you. It could just be your explosiveness or that you're just a cocky player and you give everybody else confidence and bravado. There's always different things. Those are just intangibles. As a tangible thing, in basketball, you can shoot. In baseball, softball, you can hit. In football, you can tackle, you can pass, you can block, whatever it is you need, you can catch, you can receive, you can defend. Whatever it is, you can do something that says, hey, I'm the coach, I need you on the field. Figure out what that is for you and then be the best at it. I don't care what it is, you be the best at it. The other way of doing this is to look at specialty positions. In football, I think I've talked about this before. I had a big kid, when I used to own a store called the Coach's Vault in Chino, California. The kid came in there too slow to really be a tackle. And so what we ended up doing, his dad came in and we just had one video on being a long snapper. And that's what the kid did. He took that video and him and his dad went out and he became like a really good long snapper. Got a Division III opportunity. Because that was just, you can't be too much more specialist than that. But that's what he did. And he became really good at it. Because nobody else is even practicing it. The coaches kind of even teach it in a different way. It's like, well, who's our normal center? We're just going to show you how you should do this. But he had a video on it which was very complete. And then he got really good at it. And they just said, hey, get this kid on the field in this situation. And he got a Division III opportunity. And so I guess the bottom line is for this is that life is not going to be fair. You're not going to get what you deserve all the time. Things are not going to work the way, but you make yourself indispensable. And I always hear no one's indispensable. We all know, even at work, even if there's certain people, when something's going to happen and something's going to go down, you go, okay, we want that person with it. Even you say it, right? You go, okay, this will be good, but we need John, we need Jane on this project. Okay, this one's important. We really need this one. That's the person you want to be. And the reason they're there, sometimes it's intangibles, sometimes it is tangibles. But whatever it is, you need to get that for yourself. So, like I said, I haven't seen this young lady. I don't know how up or down she is about this or how she's feeling about it, but her dad was kind of devastated for her. So I'm assuming that she didn't take it as well as she probably could have. And but what I don't want them to do, and I'm going to have to go talk with him and his wife, but I'm really going to push them not to go to the AD and do all that, because the coach needs to make those decisions. That's his job. But there is a way around that. And so we'll see what we can do today, and I'll try to get her encouraged and let her start looking forward. She does have some letters coming in anyway. I think she'll be fine. But for the rest of you guys, don't let yourself get into a situation where someone else gets to make a decision about where you're going to be. You want to, if they do have to make that decision should be, hey, we got to figure out how to get this person in on our team and start it. We need them, not how do we move them over. What can we do? And I like the way the coach put it too, because it's really hard to argue against it, right? Oh, we're going to bring your daughter off the bench because she's a spark. She can handle the second unit and calm them down and get them ready. Her experience is going to be just what we need. Yeah, it is a sacrifice for the team, but it's a team sport and blah, blah, blah. No, that kid wants to start. Started last year. It's a step back in her mind. I don't care how you couch it, and I get that for her. So anyway, that's what I'm going to be doing today, and that's why I don't have my normal outfit. I'll keep these going all through this school year. So there'll be one a week. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you want to. And then we're going to figure this stuff out as we move along. I've got a ton of people writing to me with different questions, so I'm actually pretty excited. I'm actually going to do a different video, but this dad called me earlier in the week, so I thought this was an opportunity to talk about this kind of thing, this situation. And we're just going to keep going, man. This is great. Software's doing really well. I'm just excited right now because I'm seeing a lot of parents start to wake up and realize they need to do their homework, take control, get their kid in the best position, put them in the right situation moving forward, and things will be fine. You have a little bit of control now. So go to athleticsos.com and take a look at the demos. So if you're interested, you can do the solo. If you can get your high school coach or your travel club coach interested, we'd love to set your whole team up, and we just go from there. It's great software. It works really well, and our whole goal is if they want to keep playing, we're going to keep them in the game. Okay, guys, thanks a lot. We'll talk to you later. Bye.